Hey, what's going on YouTube? Haven't made a video in a while, been pretty busy, but here's an update on my tank. A lot has changed since the last time I made a video. First thing is first, let's start off with Jeff. Yeah, Jeff is still being a badass here, that's what I named my beta. He's still pretty aggressive. He wants to attack anything that just swims by him. Hopefully that'll go away, or he'll learn to be a little more calm. So right now, if you can see him, he's a little agitated just by the neon swimming by. So we'll see how that goes. If he doesn't come, to a change of heart, then I'll just take him with me to work, and he'll look pretty nice sitting on my desk. The plant that I have floating up there is some Riccia that I just purchased. Originally, I was planning on tying it down to this, but I thought it was going to be like the Java moss that eventually, after a while, it would just root itself to the hardscape. And I came to the hard reality that it doesn't do that. So I'm probably going to take some wire mesh and just, see if I hold it down there. But, hopefully that's, the plan. If you guys, have any suggestions or anything what to do with the Riccia, just let me know, and how, I'll take everything into consideration. The Kabamba, they're looking pretty nice. The Kabamba came back to, full lush green. They're growing, and they're beautiful. Another thing you may notice is the big driftwood. It finally came into my tank. It took a while for it. It still didn't waterlog, so that's why I attached those rocks to it. Hopefully, after a month or so with this tank, it'll waterlog. I also attached some of the Java moss that I got. I did it very thinly, because in my past experience, the thinner you go, the better results you get, and the more, the nicer it grows, in my opinion. If you got too much of it, it starts turning brown. The one in the bottom can't get the light. So less is more when it comes to moss, in my opinion. Right here, we got the Glasso. I just clipped them a little bit. I just finished dealing with the hair algae. Well, not finished completely yet. I still have about 1 or 2% left of whatever I had before. It was like a real outbreak. Right now I'm just getting the nice looking cranny out. They're just getting the nice, getting the kinks worked out. What else do we got here? I got some new Rotala indica in the back over there. Love that plant, nice and red. Hopefully we can get that wall filled up. My jungle vals have really taken over that wall there. I have to keep cutting them so they won't keep get out of place, get out of hand, actually, is more, should I say. My dwarf side is getting big. Hopefully we get some runners out of that. My HC, aka dwarf baby tears. I love this plant. This is my favorite plant of all time. I waited so long to get them because I wanted to make sure I did it right, and I am doing it right. They are looking green. They are getting tall. They are just all around. I just love this plant. Do we have some pearling action going on there? Yes, we do. Let me see if we can get a close up there. Yep, they're loving this. Well, I'm loving them because they're nice. They're a sight to look at. I just love that plant. Sorry for the focus. My Brazilian pennywort is getting huge. It's even sticking out the water already. As you can see from there, that's about 3 leaves out of the water. I'm just gonna let that just pretty much go out of control. I'm just gonna keep it thin so I can see the red Luigi I got in the back here. And other than that, I'm just gonna let it ride out. Just let it grow wherever it wants to. Just keep it nice and thin, though. I'm not trying to let it branch out too much. All the branches, I'm cutting them, and I'm placing them around the tank. I have another one here in the back of this side. I just love the pennywort. I think it's such a nice plant. I love the green. It's like a nice light lime green color. Just contrasts greatly with everything. What else? My Java moss is getting big. See, I used a lot of Java moss for this, so it's just kind of growing out and not around the rock like I wanted to. I was, very inexperienced when I did this tie down. If I would have known better, I would have definitely spread it out as much as I could and did very little thin layer instead of that chunk I put there together, thinking it was, a good idea. But you live and you learn, right? Trial and error. But yeah, this is my tank. Everything is looking good. Well, those are pretty much the plants. Let's take a look. Look at my red cherry barb. They're out and about. They're getting a little more confidence in them, and they're coming out in public. Because before they just used to hide every time I came around the tank. If anybody knows what type of fish this is, I would like to know. Because in my opinion, when I saw him in the store, it looked like a Chinese algae eater. That's what I thought. When I asked the guy about it, he said no, not a Chinese algae eater, I'm sorry, what am I saying? Siamese algae eater. And the guy at the store said no, there's a difference between them. This one, it says Siamesis, not a Siamese algae eater. And online, I can't find any description on that, any information. The only thing I can see that is, you know, easily confused with the false Siamese algae eater and the flying foxfish. I looked at both of the descriptions. I looked at some of them pictures. This one definitely looks like a Siamese algae eater. It doesn't look like the fake one too, and he's pretty active. He's all the time eating some algae. He's working on everything all the time. I'm gonna see if I get a couple of more. I really like that fish. I like it a lot. The reason I hesitated to get him is I've heard stories of people that had their Siamese algae eater eat all their Java moss, and of course I have Java moss attached to the rock on the left and the driftwood on the right. So I would really hate to come home and you know, see that he found a newfound appetite for Java moss. And if he does, you know, F it, like I'll get a new plant and tie it down, something else a little thicker than that he won't get to. Because I really like that fish. I'm definitely getting a couple more. I want to get a couple more cherry barbs. I love how they act. They're just fun to watch. Look at them go. They're just playing tag with each other or whatever they're doing. But I just like to see them swimming around. Of course, I love the guppies. As you can see, I have many fry in the tank. They're getting big. Some of the young ones, we should start to see some color soon. Let me see if I can get a focus on them. Again, I'm using a tablet to take these videos, so this will do for now. But look, as you can see, they're getting pretty big to fry. My neons are getting nice and fat. I just get them some what do you call them? Not bloodworms, the shrimp. Forgot what they're called anyways. I can't remember all these names, man. I remember the names of the plants because of their common names. I can't remember their scientific names or, you know what I'm saying, anything like that. It's a little too much for me to, you know, sink in at once. So as of right now, I'm only doing DIY CO2. Eventually, I'm going to upgrade to injected, and when I do, I'm going to start following the EI dosing method. So right now, I'm just dosing with Excel, because I was trying to fight the algae, and that pretty much helped a lot. I would add a dose of that every day, and none of my plants melted, thank God. And algae is little to none. I also dose with flourish once a week during my big water change. Today I just did a big 50%, so you can see everybody's happy about that. Everybody's just nice and swimming. Yeah, pretty much my fish tank, guys. I hope you like it. It's you know, I try to make videos as often as I can. Sometimes I really don't have time, but as you can see from my last video, things have really taken off. I'm starting to get the hang of this. So no longer am I an expert algae grower. Now I got some plant growing in here too. So you know, everybody have a good weekend. If you like the video, you know, thumbs up, like it, subscribe if you like. Thank you for watching.